what's up and welcome back to the first episode of 2026. Happy New Year, everybody. It's 2026. We all made it. We're all alive. I hope. In 2025, a lot of you guys have sent me this girls group, and before I saw any clips about them, before I saw anyone actually talk about them, when I saw their name, I was like, Katseye.
Katseye.
Like Katseye. I'm slightly dyslexic. I actually am. I've been medically diagnosed with ADHD, so I am slightly dyslexic. So those of you that want me to speak a little faster sometimes, I'm sorry, I can't. I spent this entire week doing researches, reading about them, looking into every real documentaries that I can to get a sense of them, to give you guys this video, to share my opinions with you guys, to keep you guys updated on what's happening. I realized that they are actually called Katseye. Katseye. So that makes more sense. Let's get started on today's topic. Katseye. No, I'm joking. Katseye. The problem with Katseye.
Oh my God.
So, like I said, I did a lot of research. The only thing that I probably didn't do was watch their mini docuseries, a mini 8-episode series about them training in the group. That's like the only thing that I didn't watch, but I watched so many different recaps from so many different commentators about the show. I got an idea of it. I watched a lot of their videos on them living together, those game shows, to get a good sense of this group, okay? And I have to say, I really find them likable. Woo! I think that this is the first relatively diverse group of K-pop stars that's actually had a successful debut. A lot of people say that they are the next Blackpink. I don't think so. I think they're very individually themselves. Every single one of these girls that made it into the debut and that didn't, a lot of them are super likable. They all have very authentic personalities, very individually themselves. They have guts. That's a good way of putting it. These girls have guts. They're very hardworking, they're very likable, they're all incredibly talented, they are all gorgeous. I like them a lot. And then some of the things that I don't like we'll get into in the rest of the episode. I feel like it has more to do with the K-pop industry itself, some of the executives and producers and some of the powerful people that are in control of the industry, rather than anything against the girls personally. But we'll get into all that. We'll get into the controversies, we'll get into the public's opinion, we'll get into the nitty-gritty. Now, like always, let's give these girls a short and sweet introduction. Katseye is a global pop girl group formed in 2023 through the reality competition The Debut, Dream Academy, a joint project by Hybe and Geffen Records. The 6 members are known for blending K-pop style training and performance with Western pop music, and they debuted officially in June 2024. The current members in the group as of 2025 to now are Manon Bannerman, age 23, and is the oldest member of the group. Sophia La Forteza is the leader of the group. Daniela Avazzini is born in July 2004, making her 21 years old. She is known for having strong dancing skills. Lara Raj is in the main vocalist position. She is super talented. I've heard like bits and pieces of her singing. One of the strongest vocalists I've ever heard in a K-pop group. Megan Skyandel. I cannot pronounce names, I'm sorry, it's Skyandel. Megan is known for her Swedish Chinese heritage, and she is the dancer and vocalist. Last but not least, we have the youngest member of the group who recently turned 18 years old, Yoonchae John. Although she is the youngest, let's not forget that she has trained in the K-pop industry from a very young age. The group was selected and put together after intense intense auditions and training process that narrowed over 120,000 hopefuls to these 6 stars. So yes, it is a huge accomplishment, and they all have done their part and they all work very hard. And dare I say, they all have a little bit of luck sprinkled on top as well. And here are some fun facts about this group, okay? The first fun fact is actually quite fun. It's really cute. Their fandom is called Icons. The second fun fact is that they've released songs that charted internationally and have performed at big events like the MTV VMAs. 2 members, Lara and Megan, have publicly shared their LGBTQ plus identities, marking notable visibility in the music scene. Their fandom and this whole LGBTQ thing. So I looked into it, and there's been a lot of videos criticizing more of their fandom and their followers rather than Katseye, the girls group themselves. This is the thing. Celebrities or well-known figures that caters to a younger audience, you naturally have more emotionally irrational fans because the fan base is just so young. You're dealing with emotionally charged teenagers that just love these people. They will not let anyone say anything bad about their celebrities. They're very defensive. That's natural. That's just always going to happen unless if we bring more levels of self-awareness and the parents at home, I don't know, monitor their children and their digital footprint a little better. I don't know, but this is something that I don't think will die down anytime soon. Maybe. I'm going to be hopeful and say that it is dying down, but their fan base have been criticized for kind of, and this is a bit, and I don't stand for this, by the way. I think this is a bit inappropriate and a bit of a huge question mark, like WTF, but a lot of their fan base are kind of sexualizing them, and some even would go as far as shipping the members together in a sexual way, like a gay relationship between the girls. And a lot of them have been pressured to actually be gay, like,
oh, it would be so good if you were gay, it would be so good if you did this, it would be so cute if you did that.
Their fan base sometimes can get really toxic, and this is not just this girls group. A lot of K-pop fandom do this, even to this day. They like to ship boys and boys together, like they like to ship girls and girls together. They even like shipping, they just ship everybody. Everybody's shipped. They love to get obsessed over their love life. There's a level of delusion there. Very strong and toxic parasocial thing there. I just think that should stop. If you are emotionally stable in any sense, and if you are empathetic and you actually genuinely care about these celebrities and K-pop idols, and you have an ounce, just a tiny bit of self-awareness, you would not want to do this to people. It makes them feel so uncomfortable. It's puts so much pressure on them. It's really none of our business who they want to date. Just let them do what they do, which is, you know, showing off their talents, entertaining, making music, dancing, doing what they love. Like, their sexuality really has nothing to do with the public. I think it's a bit icky and gross that people expect them to be gay. It just, like, it doesn't make sense. Some people are saying that Lara and Megan were kind of pressured into coming out to say that they are gay. Their fandom was so obsessed with their sexuality, which is just weird. Like, it's just, guys, we need to stop this. It's really weird. It really makes you look so mentally unstable and also inconsiderate and unaware. It's really weird. It's like you're so obsessed with sexuality. Like, I get it, it's puberty, you're growing up, we get it, but like, come on, we're humans. We are definitely capable of self-control. We so are. Can we stop obsessing over people's sexualities? Just let people be, okay? But a lot of people felt like Lara and Megan were pressured to come out publicly and say it. And to be honest, I felt a little bit of that way as well. There are a few reasons why they would come out to say it. The first reason would be they are actually gay and they felt like they couldn't hide it anymore, and they gave in, they folded. They folded to the peer pressure, to the fandom's pressure, and came out to state the truth. That's one reason. And the second reason might be they weren't gay, right? The second reason could be that they felt pressured and they felt confused and they're like, oh, maybe I am gay. And then they came out to say this just to cater to their fan base. People have done this before. People have literally folded to peer pressure and the public's pressure, public scrutiny, and they've said things that they didn't mean. This could be one of the reasons. I'm just speculating. And then the third one could be their marketing team. Their marketing team or producers might be like, hey, wow, the world really cares. The amount of bots in the algorithm, they really want to push this agenda out. They really want to see you guys gay. Let's make it gay to grab in the LGBTQ community. This is very likely a lot of people do this to get as many consumers in as possible to sell later on in the future. That's a speculation. It could be performative, like let's just do it and just get attention. But like, it's not the first time that it's been done. And to be honest, if that was the narrative, that was the agenda, it's kind of like two birds, one stone. The K-pop idols get the attention and the LGBTQ community gets the support as well. But yeah, these are the three speculations of why they came out to do that. But I think it's interesting. I think it's interesting to look into it. Whatever their sexuality is,
I don't care, and neither should you.
or it could be bots, right? Bots influence the way we think on the internet. If you don't know this, it's 2026. Let me tell you guys something. There are definitely 100% bots on the internet that influence and sway the way we think and defend a certain cause and a certain opinion when they realize they can't control the people anymore. Keep in mind of that. That's why independent thinking and emotional discipline is so important. Let's focus on that in 2026. One of the biggest controversies surrounding this group, and I'm sure that some of you may know this, it's the sexualization, inappropriate performance criticism. This is really creepy. Some social media users and commentators criticize one of their performances, e.g. for Gabriella, as overly suggestive or sexualized, especially because one member was a minor at the time, which led to debates about whether such choreography or styling was appropriate. This also widened into larger conversations online about how young female performers are presented in pop music. This is really, really important to talk about because I actually had no idea that one of the girls was just There was this guy, I think he was one of the sound makers or the music producers. I forgot his name, but there was this song called Gnarly, and he literally publicly stated, because he is just that brain dead, he publicly stated that he purposely chose a snippet of porn sounds to inject into that song because he said that the song needed a little bit of spice, a little bit of heat. So he put porn sound effects into the mix of this song.
Let's not do that.
When a lot of fans and even parents came to know how that certain song was made, I think some parents went as far as literally making state complaints. Like they went up to the government to file complaints because it was just that inappropriate. The pushback was insane. People were not having it, obviously, given that they are so young. They are also young. Like 21 is still pretty young because in some countries, you're not a legal adult until you are 21. And in some countries like Australia, where I am, you're a legal adult when you turn 18. So obviously you have a huge range of people that are just not having it. Parents are just like, what the heck? My daughters, my children watch K-pop. What the heck are you doing? Why are they wearing these clothing? This is like a massive FU from the music producer to people's faces. Again, it's testing boundaries. And I love it when people don't allow the boundaries to be tested. When you are doing inappropriate things and there are minors, you're never going to win. You're never going to win unless you turn us all into bots, which is what they're doing. Yeah, it's pretty disgusting. That's the one thing that I do not like about their marketing team and their production, their group. There was one girl that was so talented. She was deemed as the most popular girl by the public and the one that's most likely going to make it into the debut. She left the group because of the amount of BS from literal producers in their 40s just orchestrating immature events for the drama, for the tea, for the goss. And yes, that episode where they were pitted against each other actually had the highest highest viewing, but it's like they were already incredibly popular. Did you have to do that? Could that have been done in a different way? Yeah, people were pissed. They lost one of the most popular girls. You know, I have so much respect for that girl. I have so much respect for her. She did what she did at such a young age as well, to have so much guts and backbone and to have so much power to walk away. Like, I don't give a about you. Like, I can find my own way. Huge respect. You like rarely see that. So when I saw that, I was like, applause, applause. More women should be like this. Yeah, don't put up with BS from the industry. She's going to have a good life either way, whether she gets into the entertainment industry or not. She's going to have a great life. But this is the argument in K-pop, or like just the entertainment industry in general. Like, how much autonomy does a person or a group of girls, K-pop idols, how much autonomy do they actually have? There's also been a case where a idol was sued $30 million. Her name is Daniela Marsh from a girls group New Jeans. She's being sued for approximately $30 million by her record label Adore. She was sued for breaching her contract, but the thing is like she can never pay that back. I mean, I hope she can make 30 million USD in her lifetime, but realistically, she might not. And even if she does, she'll have to give a lot of her money away. They sue, I believe the companies sue to make a point for everyone else, especially the trainees for the future. It's like, if you breach contracts, let this be an example. I think they do it to set an example as a massive threat as well, to scare people. So people in the future, if they want to come into this game, you're not going to breach any contracts. This is what we can do to you. Let this be a lesson. Let this be a lesson for everyone watching. That's the message that these big companies are making. They take no accountability. They don't care about changing the rules in the games a little bit to make it more humane, make it more safe for all the celebrities, all the trainees. I think that should be the goal, and give the idols and the celebrities their autonomy, but also making sure that you don't pick really arrogant and self-entitled idols, right? It's a give and take. The idols should do their part, but the agencies and the people in power should also do their part. These girls are young, but how much autonomy do they have? Because we saw in Lexi's case that Lexi actually walked out when she wanted to. And I think the company likes to choose more naive, innocent, and soft girls that are less likely to rebel. I think they know the type of personalities they want to deal with, that they want to sign contracts with. So I think they pick girls that are more likely to be submissive, that are more likely to play the game, that understands the game of the entertainment industry. I think they are more likely to pick girls that listen. So it's not a matter, I believe personally, it's not a matter of how much autonomy do they have. I think it's a matter of what type of girls or people do they choose to invest in. It's kind of like abusers in a way. Like, abusive partners or people tend to choose more innocent, naive, inexperienced, submissive partners that will put up with their abuse or put up with their high demands. So I think that's the entire industry everywhere, not even just K-pop. Like, they pick people that are willing to listen, that are willing to play the game. So I don't think that most of these girls go in not knowing anything, because they would know how the K-pop industry goes down to some extent. Obviously, the future is unpredictable for everyone, but you would have an idea of what it's like to enter the industry. And I think that their parents or the company would give them like a pep talk in the beginning as well. I do think there needs to be more protection, because it just seems like K-pop idols are just getting younger and younger year by year. But then again, when money's talking, nothing else seems to matter. And unfortunately, some of these girls, because they're so young, they are attracted to the fame, to the recognition, to the lifestyle, to the shiny, beautiful things. And that's just how it is. That's just how it's always been. I feel like they're just too sexualized. That's the one train, that's the one criticism train that I will hop on. And if you're new to my channel, you're probably a little put off by me saying that. But if you're not new to this channel, you know who I am. I don't support over-sexualization of women in the entertainment industry. I've said this, I've always said this. I'm going to continue to say this, whether I'm liked or disliked. I think it's for marketing and money grabs, for fame and clout. I've never thought in my entire life that it's for self-expression. I think that that's a lie sold to naive people. Everyone will come to understand what this is all about. I will never be the cool mom that lets my children dye their hair a different color every single week. The cool mom that lets them get their nails done at the age of 12. The cool mom that lets their children do their makeup at the age of 14. And the cool mom that lets their children have boyfriends and girlfriends and buy them promiscuous outfits. I'm just not the cool mom. I'll never be the cool mom. I don't want to be the cool mom. I don't want to be liked like in that type of way and then see my children suffer in other ways as they grow up. I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. It's not about judgment. It's not about hate. It's about growing up in a healthy and stable environment so that children can grow into healthy and stable adults. It's the long-term game that we look at here on this channel. So if you're not used to that, you might be put off a little bit by it, but it's the same old game. This is what happens. They put a beautiful group of young girls. It gets younger and younger every year, but they put a beautiful group of perfect, you could almost say. They put a perfectly orchestrated group of girls that are famous, that are pretty, that are perfect. Okay, they're perfect in front of the entire world, and they manufacture that every single year and they sell it out to young girls. Okay, so you can start selling in the beauty industry, you can start making money in the fashion industry, you can start making money in the makeup industry, that's the beauty industry. Then you can have things in the dieting industry, the gym industry, because these girls or boys want to look like them, they want to be with them, right? You get the capitalistic world moving, you get the economy moving. Do you get what I'm saying? This is what girl groups are for. If you think that girl groups are for empowerment, I mean, that is the effect of music with lyrics that hype you up. It's a dopamine hit. I don't think it's actual empowerment. Empowerment is not supposed to make you want to change yourself physically and make you want to spend money. I don't think that's the positive effect of empowerment. That's the effect of a dopamine hit. That's the effect of trying to move the economy. Empowerment is supposed to make you stand stronger in who you are. Empowerment is supposed to make you stronger as yourself, not wanting you to be like other people. Empowerment is to make your life better so you can make more money, you can save more money, you can start something in your own world. Empowerment has nothing to do with wanting you to ever be like anybody else. That is what self-empowerment truly is. Self-empowerment is rooted in something so deep. Self-empowerment has depth and stability and fulfillment. So nothing about any celebrities or any K-pop groups, I believe, is true empowerment. It's a dopamine hit. And of course, that's great for going to the gym, for a great car ride, sleepovers with your friends and whatever, but that's not empowerment in my opinion. But anyway, I'm telling you guys the reasons of why they manufacture celebrities and K-pop groups, right? Right, and then you can sell magazines, you can basically sell anything. When they love you as a celebrity, you can sell anything. You could be farting and shitting on stage and people will pay money to come to your concerts. But then if you can't achieve the look, you know, some girls are maybe more conventionally attractive and they can achieve a certain look, they can go buy the stuff. If you can't achieve the look, guess what booms? The mental health industry. Go get mental help. Go see a psychologist. You can go down the Better Help plan. That could be good for you because you're depressed and anxious and you can never be these girls. So that booms that industry. Whatever it is in this world, everything is just to sell you stuff. It's to make you want to spend money. Everything in this entire, well, not everything actually. I would say most things, it's not to make you feel good about yourself. It's to make you spend money. It's to make you spend money. It's to create obsession. It's to create an attachment. It's to make you spend your money. If they really cared about their audience's mental health, they would not be doing the type of stuff that they are doing. You know, everyone gets their cake and they eat it. Everyone gets something out of it. I don't want to say it's healthy or beneficial things out of it, but everyone gets something out of it. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for tuning in. And if you stayed until the end, you know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, send it to all your friends, follow me on Instagram, hype my video, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye!